Côte d'Ivoire will lose the Africa Cup of Nations in 2024. Côte d'Ivoire will host the Africa Cup of Nations next year in 2024. Cameroon organized the previous tournament. It was a great success in Cameroon, and it will certainly be a huge celebration in Côte d'Ivoire. Fans will be treated to a superb spectacle. Restaurants will be crowded. Hotels will have no vacancies. Traffic jams will be worse than usual, but it will all be worth it. People will have fun and be stressed. Most fans will be disappointed as usual. Fans from each country will proudly and joyfully wear their national colors. Ultrafans will proudly paint their faces and other parts of their bodies with national colors. 2 years later, the dance will be repeated. Approximately every 4 years, a few African teams will qualify for the FIFA World Cup. Fans will once again be extremely excited. Even fans from countries that failed to qualify for the FIFA World Cup will be hyped. Africans will support all African teams. Bars will be crowded again. Fans will be stressed again, and only one team will win. I guarantee that the winner of the World Cup will not be an African team. The FIFA World Cup is the place to be for a national football team, just like the Africa Cup of Nations. The most incredible fact is that the results are predictable. At least for African teams. They always lose at the FIFA World Cup. The next FIFA World Cup will not be any different. Similarly, Côte d'Ivoire will probably lose the Africa Cup of Nations. However, that's not the worst part. The worst part is that the winner may not qualify for the FIFA World Cup, and even if they do, they will lose before the finals, as African teams usually do. What's even sadder is that for every Africa Cup of Nations and every World Cup, Africans prepare in the same way. They organize in the same way. Therefore, they get the same result. But for some reason, fans believe that each event will have a different outcome. Yes, referees cheat against African teams. Football players simulate like actors all the time. However, African teams would have won by now if they were the best teams. Why do we expect to win in football? Is it because we have been playing for a century? Why do we think football will yield better results than anything else we do? What are we good at? What makes us excellent in these activities? Perhaps we need to seriously analyze these activities and apply the lessons to football. I am a fan of Ivorian and African football. I will always support the elephants and an African country against others, but we need to be serious. My proposal is that African nations stop participating in international team sport tournaments until there is at least a 1% chance they can win the ultimate trophy. African teams have been playing for over 50 years. Not one team has reached the FIFA World Cup final. In terms of return on investment, which is championships, African football is a straight failure, just like anything African countries do. A normal human behavior would have been for Africans to ask themselves why they never reached the finals. The next action would be to meet to discuss in detail, propose solutions, test the solutions, and implement changes that will bring improvements. Unfortunately, no. Instead, they bury their heads in the sand and try again and again. Talking about being stupid. We will all be reincarnated a million times before an African team reaches the finals. Wake me up when that happens. If I were to invest $1,000 in the stock market, it would probably turn into $1 trillion before an African team reaches the finals. When you are used to mediocrity and failures, you have no shame. You even celebrate failure. Some teams welcome the valiant patriots who proudly defended the national colors, yes, losers being welcomed like heroes. Setting up a bad example for the younger generations, that losing is okay. I say it's not okay. Stop encouraging losing. Stop acclaiming losers as heroes. Please don't forget to click the subscribe and like buttons as well as the notification. Send your comments and share the video. We see you next time. Be safe. Peace.